How bummed were you to learn that there was another Josh Allen out there in the world playing quarterback?
It was a little, I had to get over it a little bit. I couldn't just Google my name.
Yeah.
I always had to type Josh Allen, Kentucky.
4 years ago, the Citrus Bowl and Kentucky football seemed an impossible match. But in 2015, Kentucky had a question mark, a young two-star recruit. And on New Year's Day of 2019, that question mark was a star, a first-team All-American and projected top 5 pick. This year, Josh Allen became the #1 overall pass rusher and edge defender in the PFF system. He is now the single season and career sack holder for UK football, and now it's time for the National Football League.
I grew up in Montclair, New Jersey, North Jersey, if they're familiar with it. All the kids in the neighborhood, we were all the same age, so it's like we either gonna play basketball, play football. The first position was a guard, offensive guard. So I moved from guard to center to tackle to wide receiver, running back, quarterback. I played everything, started from the bottom, worked my way up to the top because they realized I was bigger than everybody, faster. So then I moved down to Alabama for my freshman and freshman, sophomore, and junior year of high school. I told my aunt, I was like, no, I don't think I'm gonna play. And then cause she's a principal at elementary school, so we went to her school, and the head football coach just started walking by. She called him. I was like, no, call him over here. She called him over here. He talked, and then he was just like, I'd love to have you out here to practice. Try out soon. We start in a couple weeks. Hope to see you out there. I was like, yeah, whatever. So then I had Osgood slaughters, in my knees. So it's like I couldn't really do nothing. I couldn't run. I couldn't walk. I couldn't jump. I remember they was like, Josh, you be the running back, do this, So, I did it. And after the play, I remember my head goes just like this. I'm like, what the heck is going on? So the biggest dude on the team, lifted me up from the back and, threw me on the ground as hard as you can. I, landed on my, tried to catch myself. I landed on my wrist. And then ever since then, I had a little knot right here. It was probably to this, probably this high at one point. And it's always been like that. I always thought I broke my wrist. They just let an assist. So that happened the first day. Then I got jumped in the locker room. You know how that is,
Get out of here.
Oh my gosh, it was the worst.
As a freshman too?
As a freshman. So then I got in the car. My aunt was just like, what happened? I had nothing, I'm okay. Nothing happened, just a little banged up, I ain't gonna tell. But I was about to quit after that. And then my uncle always convinced me to go back out there. And then, so freshman year went by, and my sophomore year, my knees started to feel bad. I started, get back in the weight room. I never lifted weights. But my uncle, he was like a trainer, so I worked out with him. And I remember the first day, he ain't had no weight on there, just the bar. So I got the bar and I couldn't even lift it up. And we joke about it every day now. Now it's like I can bench 4 or 5, easy. So it's it's crazy how life works. But I remember going to him every day, eating, trying to eat better, eat a lot, worked out every day. I always wanted to work out because I always wanted to be bigger and stronger, and I like working out. So then my sophomore year, I came back strong, bigger, and then it was my turn, So then I ended up starting receiver. I wasn't fast at all, but I could short catch. I had the best hands on the team, and everybody solidified that. And then my junior year, so then that's when I was just snagging everything, outrunning everybody, getting triple teams, still catching the ball. So then that's when I made All-State. I was just like, okay, I like this. Not playing no defense. Then freaking moving back to Jersey for my senior year. I remember my coach just telling me, it was just like, we want to change you we want you to play defensive end because you had the similar body type of the players previously played defensive end here that went Division I, went to Ohio State, and went to Boston College, went to Rutgers. So I tried it, loved it. First scrimmage, we played against a private team in Jersey, whooped on them. It was one of the best performances I feel like I had, ever to this day. The next day I remember I'm, leading the state in sacks, led the state in sacks that's my senior year, doing things that players that went D1 in my high school has never done before. So it was a lot of accomplishment, but still the reward wasn't there because I didn't get no scholarships. I had Monmouth, the team that offered me towards the end of, not even during the season, after the season. And then, week before signing day, Kentucky came. and it was just like, we love you. We love this. We like the way you play, all that. So then they gave me a scholarship. I'm like, hold on, am I weighing my options here? You know, it's kind of. I was like, that's a no-brainer, you know. So that day they came to my school in the middle of the day in school, left class, all that. Went to go talk to them. Like 2 hours later, I'm on the plane to Kentucky, like heading to Kentucky. It was just like, and that's when I knew things were, you know, it was going to work out. But and then I'm here today.
So you're the 2,121st nationally ranked recruit coming out of high school. What do you think they missed, and how did they miss it?
I don't know. You know, I feel like there's a lot of guys out there that, you know, that's being looked over and slept on. It gives you something to work hard for. You know, I feel like if you're being slept on, you know, your whole high school career, then when you get to college, it's like, now you got something to prove. Now you got something to work hard for. Now you got something, because that's what one of my goals. You know, I wanted to prove people wrong. You know, prove people that I am one of the best players in the country. You know, one of the best players to ever be here. You know, and just go from there. Be the best player to come out that school program and just grind. I just really thought about this. So my high school career is like my college career. Like freshman year, I didn't play that much. You know what I mean? I didn't play freshman, you know, high school or college. Then my sophomore year, I had to play. You know, I made plays here or there. Junior year, I made big plays in my junior year of high school. I made big plays my junior year of college. And then my senior year, I'm talking about like at skill level wise, that's when I feel like my senior year of high school was the best year I ever had in high school. And then my senior year of college is like the best year. So it's like, just working hard, you know what I mean? It's like a similar story. I just thought about this. It's so crazy.
What do you think your cap is? How do you see yourself as a professional?
It takes, you know, if you want to be the best, you have to train like the best and you have to get better every year. You know, Ronnie Lott told me the other day, he told me that the great players get better every year. They take advice from people that you normally don't take, you don't want to hear advice from, and just go from there, and the sky's the limit.
Yeah, and to your point, so you were the 65th, tied for 65th in the PFF rankings as an edge defender in 2017. Fast forward to 2018 and you are the #1 overall edge defender. What would you say changed most from your perspective in your game on the field?
My classmates, you know, I played with them for 4 years now. I played with the guys for 3 years now. You know, this is our last hurrah together with everybody. And it was just like, we know how to play. We've been in a situation where we lost close games. We've been in a situation where we won close games. We've been in a situation where we got blown out. It was just so, it's like we've been through every situation, and we didn't want to feel like that no more. We want to beat teams that we're supposed to beat and beat teams that we're not supposed to beat. And I feel like we did that this year. And then I can't give enough credit to everybody I play with, like Mike Edwards, Derek Beatty, Chris Westry, Lonnie Johnson, Darius West, Cash Daniels inside, Jordan Jones, Josh Pascal, Boogie Watson. It's just like when you have DBs like that behind you that's locking stuff up, that gives me more time. I tell them after every play, every play, you can ask them yourself if you want to. You know what I mean? Give me a split second. I guarantee you I get the sack. And every time I told them that, I got a sack. So I just, you know, the credit goes all around, and every award that I won is for them guys. You know, it's a team effort. It's not. I never heard of anybody winning an award, national award, by themselves, but that doesn't have a good team around them. The credit goes everywhere, to the coaching staff, to the player personnel people in here, the training staff, to the athletic trainers, Coach Ed, our strength coaches. It's just like, you know, who's going to be that next player? Who's going to work hard? Who's going to sacrifice in this program? And I feel like we have a lot of guys that's willing to do that and be great players in the future.
Ultimately, when you look back, what do you want the Josh Allen legacy to be?
You know, like I said, it's not a Josh Allen legacy. It's this class legacy. I want people to look back at this class and say, this class was the class that changed Kentucky program history forever. Benny broke records. I broke records. The defense, we were one of the best defense in the country. We were one of the best teams in the country. Like, you know, and from a team that has won 6 games, last couple of years, 5 games, 3 games, not winning a game, to where we are today, that's what you could tell that the success has grown for, and it starts with this class, I feel like. And, you know, I mean, it wasn't easy, you know what I mean? So it takes a lot of sacrifice, and I just want everybody to know that we sacrificed a lot outside of football as well to get to where we are, and that's what it takes.
And you had a real opportunity to go play in the NFL last year,
Yeah.
meaning that you would have never been able to be a part of this.
Yeah.
What were the scouts telling you? How close were you to going a season ago?
Yeah, it was, it was a lot of back and forth. I wasn't really thinking right, I was at that, still young, immature, and so it was thinking about myself, and that's it. Then the birth of my son came, and it's just like, all right, you're not by yourself no more. You have to do it for him. I got to do it. I have a family now. I got to support a family. In my mind, I wanted to be a guaranteed first rounder. I want to be a top 10 pick, top 5 pick. And last year, I felt like I wasn't. But now this year, deciding to come back, it was like, okay, I got to further myself. I got to, get better. I got to be a more complete player if I want to withstand the league. So last year, I feel like my body wasn't ready for that. And, so that ultimately, had the decision for me to come back, and I never looked back since.
To hear your name called in the top 10 or in the top 5 of the NFL draft, what would it mean to you? When you think about that moment, what goes through your head?
A 2-star kid from Jersey, a kid that quit football a couple times, growing up and, with 6 siblings in a 3-bedroom apartment. Single parent mom in the house. You grew up watching, guys get drafted in the NFL. Like, I want that, And then when I step on the stage and it's like, I'm here, I did it. I sacrificed enough. I made it here, and I'm just, I'll be forever thankful, I can't, it'd just be an awesome experience.
Who do you compare yourself to? Where do you feel like you fit into this kind of new style of NFL?
There's a couple people I model my game after, just on a pass rush standpoint. I feel like Khalil Mack, I watch Khalil Mack to see how dominant he is when he pass rushes. He pass rushes with a grown man mentality, like nobody can stop him, and just with power. And then also Von Miller, how he can, do little things like bend the edge. How low can he go, literally, and keep running on the full speed. It's like, both of them are extreme athletes that do their job extremely well, and I try to model my game after the best, because if I want to be the best, I have to, look like the best. I got to be the best, and I feel like those two are the best at what they do, and I'm going to model my game after.
So do you anticipate playing with your hand in the ground, rushing off the edge? That's where you see yourself at the next level? It's also 141 snaps that you were in coverage this year, which is a lot. So I mean, you can do both of those things.
I just do what the team needs me to do. I know it probably sounds cliche, or it sounds like what a lot of people say, but I'm just thankful that y'all even thought about drafting me. You know what I mean? It's just I want the NFL to see that I'm not just a pass rusher. I'm an overall outside linebacker. I'm an overall linebacker in general. That I can set the edge as well. I can pass rush as well. I can drop in coverage as well. So it's I'm not a one-trick pony. I can do multiple things at a position that is real limited in the NFL.
I think some of the biggest scouts that are going to watch you play are going to go, okay, yeah, he is unbelievable, but we can still go. We can teach him this, and he can still be from here to here. Where is it still raw? Where can it still be sculpted a little bit? Where are you still working?
My freshman, sophomore, junior year, we didn't have an outside linebacker coach, and then this year we got Coach White, who's coaching the NFL. So now I'm learning from him. So in the amount of time he's been there for a year, my game is, you could tell, I went from 7 sacks my sophomore and junior year to 14 sacks, 18 tackle for losses, to many quarterback hits, many quarterback pressures, just by doing the little things better. And that's just what I can grasp in a little bit of time that I've been here and that I had. So just imagine if I get to the NFL and get with not even the coaches, but the players around me, and learn from them and soak all that in. I feel like my game could be ultimately, at an extremely high level next year or in the years to come.
Right now the conversation's top 5, but you could also be the first overall pick. By the time this thing's said and done. Nick Bosa's the name that's floating in that conversation for the most part right now. How do you feel like your game compares and contrasts with his?
He's a heck of a player, I'm never going to knock anybody off their game, but I could do what he do, but I could still do more. Like I said again, he's a heck of a player. He did a lot of good things at Ohio State for the time he was there. You know, he had a great team around him, but players like myself and guys around me, we develop into it. We get better every year. We literally had to work every freaking day to get to where we are. And it's just like, especially at my position, it's like I can pass rush. You know what I mean? He can pass rush. He can set an edge. I can set an edge. He's freaking huge. I can get huge. You know what I mean? I can drop. I don't know about, you know, like I said, I'm not knocking nobody's game. I respect every player, you know, that I ever, you know, have to compete against or have to, work with, you know. So I know I'm gonna see him at the next level, and I wish him nothing but the best.
So this is the last one for me, and I think this is awesome. So a lot of superstar guys are not playing in bowl games. They're not even really thinking about it.
Yeah.
And you ultimately made the decision to play.
Yeah.
Why?
I'm not going to change the person who I am. You know, I told my team I came back to make history. I came back to break records. I came back to do a lot of things. Kentucky has not had a 10-win season in a very long time. Kentucky has not won a bowl game in a very long time. And that's just another thing on my checklist I have to achieve before I get up out of here. So, you know, ultimately I decided I wanted to play in the bowl game. You know, got a lot of backlash off it, but like that was my goal. I wanted to keep to my team and for myself and to my son that, you know, I'm gonna finish everything I say I'm gonna do. And so I just ultimately decided to play in the bowl game.
Cats lead at 3-0. Two receivers wide each way. McSorley getting pressure. And yes. Josh Allen got it! Attaboy. Here he comes. He goes around the tackle. He's after McSorley, and he got him! McSorley drops the throw. Stunned up front. Pressure by Allen, and he got him!
I mean, this could be the #1 overall draft pick in the NFL. It is possible, and wherever he goes, it's going to be very high here in a couple months.
Y'all record this. If I don't go #1, I don't know who is, and I stay true to that.
Tell her what it is, boy.